Let's turn now to the National Assembly, where the Nigerian Senate has approved President Bola Tinubu's request to establish a 1.15 trillion naira domestic borrowing program aimed at closing part of the 2025 budget deficit. Well, the move comes amid renewed concerns about the country's rising debt profile and growing protests by unpaid contractors. TVC News' TVC reports.
The Senate's Committee on Local and Foreign Debt says President Tinubu's 1.15 trillion naira borrowing request is necessary to bridge the shortfall in the 2025 budget. The committee explained that the increase created a 14.1 trillion naira deficit, with 12.95 trillion naira already approved for borrowing, leaving a gap of 1.15 trillion naira.
One, that the Senate do approve Mr. President's request to establish a 1 trillion naira, 150 billion naira borrowing program in the domestic debt market to close the unfunded deficit gap created by the increase in the budget size over and above the pre-approved revenue and borrowing plans.
Those in favor of these recommendations say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
In another development, the Senate waded into a growing controversy over the ward delineation exercise in Warri Federal Constituency, Delta State, following petitions from the Shekiri ethnic nationality alleging marginalization in the new boundaries created by INEC. The matter has been referred to a Joint Committee on Judiciary and Electoral Matters for full investigation.
The coordinates that INEC used in the proposed units, words and structures that constitute the Warri Federal Constituency were such that substantial number of communities are not within the geographical confines of Delta States.
A group of people have taken INEC to court in respect of the outcome of the delineation. Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, I think that this matter should be rested and allow due process to continue in the courts.
The Senate is also moving to protect Nigeria's growing informal workforce, as it has passed a bill seeking to formalize and regulate domestic workers.
The Senate do consider and pass the Informal Sector Employment Regulation Bill 2025 as amended.
If passed, the legislation will align Nigeria's labor framework with international best practices and the ILO Domestic Workers Convention of 2011. TVC News, Abuja.